back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hey guys, so I am here today to do a fairly casual chat about my reading goals and kind of give you a little bit of an update.
You may notice I have sunglasses. That is because it is 25 degrees Celsius in the UK and we never have heat and I don't know how to deal with it. So sunglasses are on, strappy tops are on, it's all about just staying cool.
Because we're getting on for a fair way through the year now, and I kind of want to just sit down and chat to you about what I've been finding with my goals and whether I'm going to change them. Spoiler, I probably am slightly. So one of my biggest goals for the year was to try and read everything I either bought or was sent within 6 weeks of being sent it. Now, this is quite a challenge for me because I don't buy that much, but I do get sent a lot of books, and many of them are books I would love to read and books that sound really interesting. It's not as though I tend to get a lot of books sent to me that are boring or that I would give away. I don't get very many like that. Most of them are books I would really enjoy and I know I'd enjoy them, so when they turn up I'm just super excited. So for the first part of the year, I did really well on not buying books very much, but I was sent a lot, and so I did manage to keep on top of things throughout January, February, March and April, and I was actually doing really well on my challenge until May hit. And then May was a lot more of a busy month for me. Things in my personal life are kind of changing at the moment, so I'm looking into potentially moving house in the next couple of months, which would be really exciting, but also is a little bit, means I have to look into like houses and things. And then also I've been going away quite a lot for weekend breaks because for some reason all of my plans, like exciting things for the year, seem to have fallen in May, and then birthdays as well all seem to be in May. So for some reason, May has just been super busy. I also got promoted at work, which has been great, and it means I've got a lot more responsibility there, but it does mean I can't listen to audiobooks quite as much whilst I'm at work, which I used to. It depends what I'm doing, like which tasks I'm doing. I still can for some, but not for everything, which, yeah, I used to be able to listen to a lot more, and now, because of that, I don't have as much time. So what it comes down to is that reading has slowed down a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot because I still read an awful lot of the time, and I do definitely make time for reading as much as I can most evenings, I would say. It used to be every evening, but now I would say it's most evenings. So what I found is that in May I just gave up on my challenge because I had some readathons I wanted to participate in. I did the Getting Graphic one, I did the one readathon to rule them all. I did those and I loved them and I had a great time, and I got through loads of my books from my TBR, but not any of my books from my recent 6-week challenge TBR. So I found that really fun just to go back and read some of the stuff that's actually on my shelf. I had been managing to fit in a few books here and there where I was reading my 6-week books and then had an extra few days so I could fit in some others. But I found that I just wasn't getting through as many as I wanted to, and I wasn't really finding the time for the backlist as much as I wanted to. I thought this challenge would be a really good way to sort of keep on top of it, allow me the time to go back and read the things that were sitting on my shelf, but it wasn't quite that because there was a sheer amount of stuff coming in that I wanted to read. It was just too much. So my new plan is to try my best still to not buy an awful lot of books. I don't want to be too strict on that, but I'm just generally trying to not buy as many books because A, I don't have as much space, and B, I don't have loads of money for them. So I'm just cutting that back. It will still happen. Believe me, it will still happen. With the books coming in, I'm trying to be more ruthless. I've been very good up until May with reading them on time, but because I am now behind with not having read anything that came in May, it will be quite a challenge to catch up on reading them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push all of the books that I got in May and April back by like a couple of months and allow myself the time to catch up with them. And I'm going to be kind of trying to integrate some of the backlist in between them as well. So I'm going to be more relaxed on how long it takes me to get to them, but I'm still going to be conscious. My idea now is just to put a post-it note on the book when it comes in and not have a deadline that it has to be read by. But it will make me more aware of the ones that have come in, and it will make me more aware of how long it takes me to get through them, but it won't be a really prescriptive kind of, you must read this, then you must read that. I feel like some of my videos have been slightly lacking because I've hauled the books and I've showed you all of them and I've said I'm going to read them by this date and I'm going to review them, and then you see my review and then you see them again in a wrap up and you don't see anything new or anything from the backlist, and I just feel like that's a bit boring. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but for me personally I would rather mix it up a bit. So I think I'm going to try my best to kind of read a new thing that's come in the last 6 weeks or whatever, and then read something off the backlist and then alternate between them. Not necessarily one, but at least a couple of each a month. That is my plan anyway. I always get distracted by the shiny new things, so I don't know how well I'm going to do with reading the backlist stuff, but I really do want to try and get to some of the older things that I know I'm excited about them still, and I just want to read them. So that is the plan. That's how I'm changing things a little bit. It's not going to be too different. I'm still probably going to haul books, and some of them you'll see me read and review within 6 weeks, but it's not going to be quite as strict as it was. I think it's a really good challenge, and I would certainly say maybe try it for a month or two. If you are getting a lot of books sent to you or you buy a lot of books, maybe try putting the post-it notes on and see if you can read them within the allotted time you give yourself. I really enjoyed the challenge aspect. But in terms of content for my channel and kind of just reading my backlist, it wasn't working as well as I wanted. So that is my update, that's my new plan. And because of that, I'm going to do a new TBR for the rest of May, which kind of shows you a little bit of each. So some of the new stuff, some of the old stuff. So yeah, that is my plan. Thank you all so much for watching. Do leave me all your comments, especially if you have ideas on how I can change things or tweak things to maybe make it work a little bit better. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.